Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juice, and today I'm going to talk about some of the RPG products I received for Christmas this year. So let's get started. If this is your first time here, be sure to smash that subscribe button. Also, tap that notification bell and give us a like. And if you want to be reminded about our weekly content, head on over to our website at masterthegamerpg.com. Scroll on down to the bottom of the homepage where you can sign up for our newsletter just by entering your email and your name. So the very first product I want to talk about is the Game Master's Terrain Guide. My wife picked up on Amazon for me for Christmas, and I believe it's $10, $15 over there. It is a smaller guide, but it does have some pretty good things in here. A little bit of advice based on terrain types. It also has a few random roll tables in the back, nothing too in-depth, just like a weather table and things like that. So again, it has some good stuff in it. Terrain Guide, you can pick this up and support the channel by clicking on our Amazon link in the description below. The next book is a book that I got from Sly Flourish himself. It is a PDF that I have, but my wife picked up the actual book. This is Sly Flourish's Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master. Now, some would tell you that this book is better than the D&D 5e DMG. And frankly, I do think it has amazing information in here, especially if you have never run a tabletop RPG before. It's going to tell you how to prep. It's called the Lazy Dungeon Master. However, it's more about being efficient and not wasting time in prep and things like that. It's going to tell you how to create compelling stories for your players in a very streamlined fashion. So again, I think it's a great book. It's going to get you to focus on the right things in prep, and I do recommend this book. I have the previous version, which I have recommended in the past, just called The Lazy Dungeon Master, and I have various other Sly Flourish books that, again, I recommend. Now, if you want to pick this up and support the channel, hit the Amazon link in the description below. The last book I got, I didn't realize I would love it as much as I do. Now, we're a few days past Christmas now. I have spent a lot of time looking at this book, and to me, this is probably the best book that Wizards of the Coast has released in a couple years. And that's Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. There is so much in this book I want to use and plan on using. I have not made it to the monsters yet in this book. I am only through the character stuff, such as the races. The races are good. I like the expansion on the Dragonborn. I like the class options, such as the Ranger subclass and things like that. It has some monk stuff in here. I don't really care too much for monks in my games as a player. As a DM, if someone wants to play it, that's fine. I don't get excited about monks, so I usually just skim that stuff. Now, there's some really interesting feats that I'm interested in using. There's also spells that caught my attention very quickly. Now, I am not somebody who gets caught up on spells very much, but there were definitely some that I really liked in here. And again, caught my attention, loved it. So yeah, there's also magical items. And then there's Hoard Treasure. Now, I haven't really dove into the Hoard Treasure yet, but from what I did read, I did like what I saw. And again, the magic items were really good. Expect me to do a full-on review of this book in the future. But for now, I just want to say this is a really cool book. I do recommend it so far. Even just skimming through the monsters, the different dragons in the back, I think this is going to get a lot of use in my games moving forward, especially since I run Tyranny of Dragons on this channel, which if you haven't yet, you can go and start watching the playlist right here. We have some great players in that game. We have BN Drake, we have Roll Stats, we have Chance's Guide to Everything. My wife Paula plays in it. Martin plays in it. Creative guys. It's been a lot of fun. We even had a player character turn villain. So now we have a whole separate villain that's not really tied to Tyranny of Dragons that's also in the game. It's been awesome. So again, I can't wait to finish that campaign. We're probably about, I would say 2/5 of the way through that campaign. It's been a lot of fun so far, and again, I can't wait. We're playing again in just a couple weeks. We play every 4 weeks on Saturday. And you will see this stuff in that game for sure moving forward. So my wife also got me my very first set of metal dice. They're this like teal and black. They are really nice. I absolutely love them. The first time I rolled the D20, because I know you're curious, I rolled a 13. So yeah, but love these dice. They're gorgeous. They have good weight to them. I do have a rolling tray. I highly recommend if you buy metal dice, you use a rolling tray of some sort. You do not want to roll on any nice tables directly. You definitely don't want to roll on a glass table. These dice, if you rolled too hard, I could totally see them breaking a glass table. So yeah, but they are extremely nice, and I am excited to have those. Once again, this was Master the Game. I am Juice. Game on.